Now, handicraft and artifact dealers at the Bolga craft village in the Upper East region are calling on government to give them serious consideration in the disbursement of stimulus package meant to support local enterprises in the wake of the COVID-19 pandemic. According to them, the closure of borders has affected their businesses as foreign tourists who are their major customers are no longer able to come into the country. Correspondent Albert Sori has more from Bolga.
The Bolga Craft Village is the business center for dealers in handicrafts and artifacts in the Upper East region. Locally made products such as baskets, leather bags, sandals, African fabrics, traditional beads, and musical instruments are always on display for tourists who are the major customers here. However, with the ban on foreign travels due to the coronavirus pandemic, the number of tourists coming to the craft village has drastically reduced as there are no tourists coming from outside the country at all. In a recent interaction with the Deputy Chief Executive Officer of the Ghana Export Promotion Authority, GEPA, when he paid a visit to the craft village, the Bolga Basket Producers and Exporters Association appealed for government to consider them in the disbursement of the stimulus package meant to support local businesses. Coleman Atubila is secretary of the association.
The minimum I exported was 3 containers in a single year, 40-footer container, and that contains about 60,000 baskets. It was various types of baskets put together. And so a minimum of 3 containers, sometimes 4 containers, or sometimes 3 containers. And then sometimes you have intermittent air shipments. So sometimes you can even export more than 4 containers. But you can imagine that the whole 6 months of the new year, there's no production. There's no one single shipment. That tells you how it has impacted negatively on our businesses. We have employed people to work. My company, for instance, have a payroll of about 14 people. All those 14 people will have to be paid for the period of time that I am not doing business. You think that is sustainable? It's not. So all these people, with time, if we are not able to sustain them, because we don't get any income, any inflow, we have to let them go to sit down. And that is also going to affect the incomes of their families and all that. The government initiated the stimulus package for businesses. Well, as an organization, we're told to tender our applications as a group, and so we did, expecting the government to respond to our needs.
The Deputy CEO of GEPA, Albert Kasim Diwura, assured the craft dealers that his outfit was making efforts to get government support for them.
And we have a full business update at 1 o'clock on the marketplace. Up next, sports.